What's up, guys? We are back. Fitness Profit Multiplier, Anthony and Jimmy. Now, I know you guys are probably searching for stuff online. You know, it's that time where it's like retention is the issue. You're losing clients. You're like, oh my God, if only I would keep these clients, my business would grow. So you start doing some Googling. How do I keep clients longer? And you come across these stupid things to do. Have this event, send them postcards in the mail. But in reality, there is really only one strategy that works. Jimmy and I have put it together for you guys. So if you guys are watching this, you're going to actually see it. I'm going to pull up the document that we created here to explain what the best client retention system actually is. And this system involves the most important thing, which is utilization of your service. Let's face it, guys. You could have the best system in the world. You could have the best training in the world, the best trainers in the world. You could send them gifts in the mail. You could have amazing gym parties. But if the client's not using their sessions, they are going to cancel because that's what they're paying for, using their sessions. So we have built this retention system around this one specific thing. Jimmy, what do you got to say about this?
So before we jump into the retention strategy that you should be implementing and every gym owner should be in, like Anthony had alluded to, you hear about all these different aspects of retention, right? And you hear about all these different things that's handwritten cards and all these other strategies out there. And even this strategy itself doesn't work unless you have good coaches, a good system, a service that people actually want to participate in. So people aren't showing up to your gym first and foremost because they don't like it. And we're in the business of getting people to like fitness and getting people to have fun with it and find a sense of community before we're in the business of getting people results. So this is the caveat that we want to go into this with. So if your service is not where it needs to be, and this is not you just sitting there saying, oh, my service is great, I love my gym, my community is second to none, all this stuff, that's from your perspective. But you have to do a deep dive on what the things that members actually care about are and do that tough love on yourself and look inward and say, is my service good enough to command this revenue amount? Is my service good enough to keep people? So that's the first line. But this strategy that we're going to share with you today is something you can implement into your gym right now to get more utilization of your service. And that's really what we want to pull the lever on, because utilization is the number one reason why people are canceling. If they're not using their training, and the statistic is like less than 8 sessions a month for 2 months or 3 months or something, they're very, very likely to cancel. So we have to get them above that number. And this is the way that we do it.
All right, cool. So I'm going to share the document. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, don't just hop off here. I wish I could block some of this up. I want to explain everything to you because if you could read ahead, then you'll read ahead. But there's a reason why we set this all up. So first and foremost, we need to make sure that client attendance is done periodically. And we talk about building systems in the business, right? Building systems. What type of systems do you need to have? Systems are what's going to reliably run your business and project you to 7 figures. So you need proper systems in your gym. So Jimmy and I both use Zen Planner, so we have the same report that we pulled. That's why we enabled it here. But every Monday, we have a staff member who goes in and pulls up an attendance report. Basically, the attendance report is who hasn't been in the gym in the last 7 days. So you pull up that report and you look at all those clients on there. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to call and reach out to them. All right, but you're going to do it in a specific way. I don't want to give too much away. So Jimmy, why don't you explain this part?
Okay. So the key to the reach outs that we do for attendance is going to be tonality and specific language. These things are what's going to get a higher percentage of callbacks, a higher percentage of bookings, and a higher percentage of getting people back into your facility. So like Anthony was saying, we pull this report. If somebody hasn't been in for a week, that's a yellow flag on their profile, right? That's something where we have to look at them and go, there's an issue here. It may not be a red flag at that point because somebody might be out of town, vacation, they got sick, whatever. It doesn't become a red flag until it's 2 weeks. But that first week, right, you lead with concern. Say, hey, this is Anthony from AB Fitness. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in the gym in a little while. Want to make sure you're okay. Hope to see you in the gym soon. It's concern. It's reaching out. It's showing them that you are a trusted friend and a trusted advisor, right? You're not saying, hey, call me back. You're not saying, get your ass into the gym. You're not saying, hey, you haven't been in the gym. What are you doing? Why aren't you in the gym? Aren't you committed to your goals? That's not what people want to hear. They want to be invited back in. So this is just, hey, concerned. Hey, haven't seen you in a little while. Want to make sure you're okay. All right. Then we're going to move forward. Week 2. Okay. They show up on this list twice now. Okay. Hey, it's been a couple of weeks since we've seen you at the gym. Haven't heard back from you. Wanted to make sure you're okay. Call me back at this number. Again, you're leading with concern. Wanted to make sure you're okay. Sounds a lot different than, why are you not getting into the gym? Why are you not here? Or just shooting them a text randomly. Now, in addition to leaving these voicemails, these are also going to be text messages. So you leave this voicemail, you leave a text message that's very similar. Hey, just left you a voicemail, want to make sure you're okay. Jimmy from the gym, or whatever it is. Okay. Then the third week that they're no-showing, you use the also popular in our facility, like open-ended question. And when my staff asks me how to communicate with somebody or whatever, and I tell them to use this communication, they're always like, really? You want me to say that? I'm like, yeah, say it. So it's the, did I offend you? Did I do something wrong? Where do we go from here? It's one of these kind of statements that leaves an open-ended loop and makes somebody respond to you. So did me or my staff do anything to offend you? Is a very powerful statement that gets people to respond immediately. So we can use that in membership cancellation emails when you're trying to get somebody back into your gym. We can use it in lead nurture. We can use it in attendance calls, which is where it is most effective. So we use that in our attendance call, and we're going to more than likely get a response out of that. So each one of these voicemails is followed up with a text message. If you so happen to get on the phone with one of these individuals that is not attending your gym, your goal is to get them booked. If they're not already booked in for a session, the only purpose of that phone call is to get them to know, like, and trust you again, because they've kind of been shining the gym off, right? They're embarrassed about it a little bit. You say, hey, what's going on? Hey, I wanted to make sure that everything's all right. Oh, yeah, everything's good. I'm like, hey, I noticed you haven't been on the schedule in a little bit. Were you having trouble booking? No. I just been busy, whatever. Well, I got the calendar open right now. I can go ahead and book you in for some sessions. What time would you like? And then you start booking them in your calendar, in your membership portal manually. Like, all right, I got you at this day. Whoever will be your coach, I'll let them know you're coming in. And then there's an added layer of accountability and that added layer of motivation to get their butt back in the gym. But you make it this inviting experience where you can actually walk them through the line and get them back in a sensitive way, as opposed to a lot of us in the gym space are gung-ho workout people. So we're like, what's wrong with this person? Why aren't they in the gym? Don't they know they need to get into the gym to get their results? And you think about, why did this person even sign up if they're not going to use the gym? What is this? And you have this playing in your head, and you approach that conversation in that way. Why are these people not showing up? I call them every week. What the heck? What's going on here? And that's not the mentality. The mentality is to lead with love. You lead with love, you lead with care, and you're trying to get them to know, like, and trust you, and get to that point where you're inviting them back in the gym, you're helping them with every aspect of barrier for them to get back in.
Yeah, and that's really, really good points. Like, you know, what he said, especially like leading with care. That's so important because we do care, right? We do care about our clients. We do care about, you know, their results. Obviously, if you didn't, you wouldn't be in this business, right? But I think the major thing that I want to hammer home with this is this, you could do this procedure, but it needs to be done consistently. It doesn't work if you do it randomly. Jimmy and I do it on Mondays. We just find that Monday to be the best day. People are usually a little bit more motivated on a Monday. Think about it. They ate crap all weekend. Monday, they're like, oh, maybe I should get in the gym. And then boom, you're calling them at 12 o'clock on a Monday or whatever time. You know, they're getting a phone call from you and they're like, hey, I should get back to the gym. And 99% of the time when you reach out to them the first time you call, you leave a voicemail, and then you follow up with a text message, they usually respond with, yeah, I'm coming in this week. I'll be in on Tuesday. Usually, you know, depending on the person. But you have to, like clockwork, every Monday at 12 o'clock, somebody, or whatever time, somebody needs to do this. And if Monday's a holiday and the gym's closed, Tuesday at 12 o'clock, it needs to get done. If it's not getting done, the clients aren't utilizing their sessions. And what's going to happen? They're going to say, I'm paying that gym all this money. I'm not really going. I'm going to cancel.
Yep.
So if you want to improve your retention, this is the exact system that you need to bolt onto your business right now to stop churn in its tracks. Sending them postcards is fine and dandy, but nothing is going to stop the churn like this will. So hopefully this helped you guys. Make sure you click those links below. You guys know what to do. Anthony, Jimmy, Fitness Profit Multiplier. Catch you on the next one.